It's 2009, and I'm in the lobby of my building in the Bronx. The phone is pressed to my ear because I'm talking to the assistant to the director of a $1 million project that I'm consulting on. She asks me a question, and I answer her. And it's a lie. Not a big lie, nothing that's going to blow things up, but automatic, an easy lie, something that I'm used to telling. I hang up the phone and I hear this voice saying, call her back and tell her that you lied. I'm thinking, what? No, I can't do that. I'm literally standing in my lobby screaming to myself, what's she gonna think about me? I absolutely cannot do that. To understand how important this moment is, I gotta tell you how we got here. I grew up being deeply controlled. My sister and I both had to act a certain way. We had to talk a certain way. We had to say things that would only please my mother. Otherwise, there were going to be big consequences. So I learned how to lie pretty quickly, and I gotta tell you, I got excellent at it. I lied to get out of conflict. I lied so that I wouldn't be embarrassed. I lied so that there wouldn't be consequences. But the lies really led me to a place where I could no longer stand in my truth. I didn't even know what it was. So in that moment, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Well, about a week before this happened, I actually was thinking, I just don't feel spiritually connected the way I used to when I was going to church. You know, I grew up in the church. My husband and I were raising our sons in the church, but I didn't feel close to God. So I started really getting more into scripture and praying more. And I ran across a scripture that really hit me. It said, if you cannot be trusted with little, you will not be trusted with much. I thought, whoa, wait a minute. I don't want a little life. I want a big one with legacy and influence that helps people. So I got to do something. So I said, all right, God, I'm all in. What do I have to do? But I didn't hear anything at first. Standing in that lobby, when I heard that voice, I knew this is my little. So what I do? I called somebody who knew me. I called my cousin, and I told her what happened. And she and I had this pity party, and she gasped, and then she said, but you're going to do it, right? I said, of course I am. I have to. So I picked up the phone, and I called Mary. Mary, this is Lynne. She said, hi, Lynne. I said, I called you back just to tell you that I lied to you before. Pause. Silence. Then she finally says, I don't understand. And I said, I'm sorry. What I told you before was a lie, and I apologize for lying. Again, silence. She said, that had to be hard, Lynne. Thank you so much for letting me know. And that was it. In that moment, it was over. I apologized, she accepted it, and it was done. And I have to tell you, it freed me completely. From that moment on, I stopped lying immediately. And what that has done is it has taught me how to teach my clients that the truth, even when it's inconvenient, is incredibly important, because the patterns that you know, that you have, they are simply learned and practiced. That doesn't mean they're permanent. It means you can unlearn them. But you have to have the courage to take that first step, to face them and say, I'm done living like this.